It's Joe Bayer here, and this is the Nerf Ultra Challenge.
Me and Eddie have got experience. We used to play this when we was younger.
I'll let the blaster do the tongs.
Wow, this guy's performing. Oh, where you going, mate? Where you going? Come on, Eddie. Oh! Right, let's go. All he's got to do is blast through. All right, he's on to the next one.
So odd stuff.
Okay, look at the stance.
I've seen B holding it, he doesn't look too comfortable.
Guys, I've set the standard, so, yeah.
I think it'll be tough. This is out my comfort zone.
That was wide.
This guy is just missing us. He's doubting me and Eddie.
Eddie!
Hey!
I've known Eddie for a minute. He said you were going to be rubbish.
Me?
Yeah. My gosh.
Check the VAR. I think we'll all be terrible, but I'll be the best of the terrible.
How you doing? Tastes like victory. It's been a long time since I've been able to sit here and laugh. How are we all doing? Listen, first and foremost, today's video is sponsored by Nerf. If you haven't seen already from the introduction and everything else. And it looks like Chelsea were the ones that were shot down today. All week. You know what? Longer than all week. For the last few weeks, I've seen nothing but cocky, arrogant, pig-headed Chelsea fans who seem to think that they are the greatest team since sliced bread. That they are this prime Barcelona that's going to go and walk all over everybody. I stuck my neck on the line a long time ago and I made it very clear to everybody that Frank Lampard is not a great manager. He simply won the lottery. That is it. He won the lottery. Doesn't make him a great manager. Just means that he has a better class of players that can get him through difficult moments at certain times. Nah. Once again, 2 games in a row now, Mikel Arteta has outclassed Frank Lampard. That's the cup final. And today, your only saving grace is that you're lucky it wasn't more than 3. Even Mohamed El Neni was up the other end of the pitch, smacking the crossbar. What a performance from the boys. Where did that one come from? It might have something to do with the fact that 2 Chelsea rejects that nobody wants in the squad anyway were nothing to do with the squad. Willian and Louise. You probably could have done with those 2 today, actually. But you were outclassed, like completely and utterly bullied. Let's be real about it. You were bullied today, Chelsea. And the young boys that were on show were absolutely immense today. And I will get into those in a second. Super chat comes in from Skull Fuggery. That intro, have you got a message for laid back Lewis from Blues Fans TV and his massive Reece James is the best right back in the league? Hold on a minute. Wait there. Kieran Tierney, yeah? He's going to go home tonight and he's going to be like this. Reece, are you in there, mate? Reece, do you want to come out yet? Oh, sorry. Absolutely in his pocket. Absolutely immense. That was absolutely superb from the boys today. They were absolutely magnificent. Even in the first 40 seconds, we had a slight opportunity for Martinelli. And I believe it took a deflection that kind of just put him off balance a little bit. But those opening exchanges, I sat there and I thought to myself, hey, look a little bit different today. But you never know. And then there was a 10-minute spell where Chelsea kind of got into the game a little bit. And I thought, okay, yes, quite even now. This ain't too bad. And then the first moment, and it wasn't just the first moment of the game. Kieran Tierney had Reece James on toast. Skip past him. Reece James, when you're behind the player and you go in the box, whether the contact is accidental or whatever it might be, you're going to give away a penalty. It's as simple as that. Lacazette tucks it away. And then Granit Xhaka. Wow, Xhaka boom. We wait how many years for Granit Xhaka to hit those? They're like once a year or so. And yeah, what a time to go and pull that one out of the fire. Unbelievable performance all round. Bukayo Saka. Are you actually serious? This boy is just immense. Absolutely immense. I swear to God, he is so good. He's fearless. His directness, the aggressive way that he plays, but he does it all with a smile on his face. He's just pure bantering. It's like he's playing in the park with his mates. He's just having a bit of fun. And it's just mad. And the one player that epitomizes everything that we need right now and what we've been missing for so long is Martinelli. Oh my dear God, that boy. Everything he does, he just chases you down constantly. He's like a Jack Russell. He's biting away at your ankles constantly. And this is the difference. We could put a hopeless ball into the channel. A ball could be aimlessly running out of play for a goal kick. And most defenders will be given the time to just let the ball run out, just walk over and have all the time in the world. Martinelli's like, nah, you know what? I'm going to chase that down. You're not going to have a free run at it. I'm going to be on your case constantly. So you can't rest for 5 seconds. I actually think that a sharper Martinelli would have scored today. The chance that he had in the second half, I believe that if he was sharper, he would have scored that. But that will come because another 70 minutes into his locker now. And we've now got to follow this up against Brighton. We clearly rested the likes of Aubameyang and whatnot for the Brighton game in mind. Can you imagine having Aubameyang on the bench and we still slap you? Oh my dear God. Timo Werner. Oh mate, seriously, honest to God, are you mad? This guy cost how much? 50 odd million pounds. And then you brought on Kai Havertz, 100 million pounds. Are you mad? The one player that you probably should have brought on that would have probably caused you some kind of problems, you know, for us today would have been Olivier Giroud. But you kept him on the bench and you decided to put the crosses in the box for N'Golo Kante. That says everything you need to know about Frank Lampard. The West London Tim Sherwood. That's what he is. Get in the bin, man. Honestly, Frank Lampard won't be in the job for long. I'm telling you, he won't be. I don't rate him as a manager at all. He was a poor manager at Derby, and he's a poor manager now. He just won the lottery. It's as simple as that, and I will still stick by that, and I will still keep on saying it. So, listen, I'll eat my Christmas mince pies while you Chelsea fans eat your humble pies, because all I've seen over this last week is your arrogance, your pure cockiness. I've been seeing results talking about how you're going to slap us 3, 4, 5 and all the rest of it. Are you mad? I don't think you even had 3, 4 or 5 shots on target, you mugs. Fools. Super chat from Ethan. At what point do we start talking about Havertz the way Chelsea fans are talking about Pepe? Same cost, and Havertz isn't looking, Havertz isn't looked at as a flop, but Pepe was after 5 games. Exactly my argument, exactly my point. The amount of money that Chelsea have spent for the likes of Kai Havertz, yeah, and they're sitting there, and it's all about adaptation and getting used to the Premier League and coming to a new country and everything. Why did Pepe not get this same leniency? Why was he not allowed this kind of, media bias that we see from everybody else? Chelsea fans are quick to sit there and talk about other teams' players. Look at your own house. Timo Werner, he needs about 5 chances to score 1 goal. Super chat from Lloyd Pop. The youngsters, and you have the lucky classic top on. Listen, man, had to put it back on today. This game has spun Arteta's head with these youngsters, have the enthusiasm, energy and commitment. Chelsea got schooled 100 million%. They got schooled, they got educated, they got taught a lesson, they got humiliated. And I've seen some reports about their goalkeeper, and don't get me wrong, some of the performances I've seen from him, I thought he's a decent keeper, But today, mate, you may as well have stuck Kepa in goal, man. What was he doing with Saka's goal? Man's there just like catching flies. Oh, it's gone in. I love it. I love it. Oh, seriously. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, mate. You know what? I'm going to read this out as well because this is brilliant. Urk Gaming. He actually paid $4.99 for this. All right. Arsenal got lucky. Timo will score a hat trick, or, well, as he says, a hit trick. I don't know what that is because, judging by the way he shoots, he couldn't hit a fucking barn door. You schmuck. Been watching too much Sopranos, haven't you? We should have won. Chelsea are the best team in London, like how you saw in Baku. You know what? Next time, save that $4.99 and go put it to a GoFundMe page and see if you can find Kai Havertz. Super chat from Aaron Penfold. Did you see Lewis from the Chelsea channel, the most biased and ridiculous comments ever when talking to Robbie and Turkish? Yes, I see it. The only reason why I wasn't involved in that fan debate is because I've actually been off for this last week as I've been unwell, very unwell. So that's why I was not involved in that. Otherwise, Lewis would never have got away with that arrogance. Turkish is just too nice. He's too calm. And he ain't going to rip into you like me or Troops will. He will educate you, that's for sure. Turkish is a very, very knowledgeable guy. Trust me on that. But he's not one of them that will fly off the handle and completely rip you to pieces like a me or Troops will. So Lewis kind of felt that he was in his comfort zone and could do it. And you know what? It's actually a good thing because it's made the memes so much better. I see the videos. I see what Lewis was saying. He was talking about how they were going to get 3-0, 4-0, Werner hat trick and all this stuff. Mate, Werner just about played 45 minutes, man. Dear God, you may as well stuck me up front. That's how anonymous he was. Bloody hell. Your best striker was on the bench. The one player for me that impressed today for Chelsea will probably be Callum Hudson-Odoi when he come on, to be quite honest with you. And they tried to push Kieran Tierney back and to try and help his mate Reece James out and see if he could pull him out of his pocket. But apart from that, I didn't see much else, to be quite honest with you. let's try and go through some more of these. Kieran Sabasi 11 says, who was your man of the match? Saka, for me, was my man of the match. I thought he was absolutely immense today. Everything he did was just immense. Ethan says, troops back in London and we start winning. Make sure he should be manager. I don't know about him being manager, but yeah, maybe it's good luck that he's back in London, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm not going to get... Yeah, no, not manager. No. Aaron Penfold has said James is better than Trent, apparently. Now, don't get me wrong, I rate Reece James. I think he is a good defender, but today got put in his place big time. Let's go through some more of the questions. We've got so many coming in, man. It looks like there's a lot of happy Gooners. And also, there looks to be some bitter rival fans as well. Ah, ain't that cute? Some rival fans in the comment section getting aggy. Don't you just love it? James D'Souza, Xhaka and Bellerin played well, but there still needs to be sold. Sorry, I'm happy with one, but we need to win the next 4 games in a row. And listen, James, I 100% agree with what you are saying and your sentiment. One result does not change the complex of everything and where we have problems within this team. I thought Granit Xhaka played excellent today. I thought Hector Bellerin was excellent today. And I'm man enough to hold my hands up and say, when a player plays well, they play poorly next week, I'll say they played poorly. But today, credit where it's due. They were absolutely superb. Hector actually looked like the better right back today. That says about how good his performance was and how poor Reece James's was. Raghav, Chelsea fans were so cocky. We showed them London is red. In all seriousness, next 4 matches are winnable. Arteta in. Hey, listen, the next 4 games, what have we got? We've got Brighton, we've got West Brom. We do have an FA Cup game against Newcastle, but we've also got to play them in the Premier League as well. And there's one other team there as well, man. Who was it that we've also got in the Premier League? Someone let me know in the comment section. My mind's gone blank, but there's 4 games with teams in and amongst us around that area. And if we can go and win those 4 games added to this one and go on like a 5-game unbeaten run, I take it something that will be massive, and that will take us right up the table and make things look a lot better than they do at the moment, because it's not acceptable. Let's be real about it. The season in itself has not been acceptable. The way we played has not been acceptable. But for anybody that doesn't think that the players, or the ones that were on the pitch today at least, are playing for the manager, then seriously, you need to take a look at yourself with that. Joe M says, check out Graham Potter in my display picture. Good job, mate, in speaking up for the real fans. I know exactly what you did there. I like that. I like that, Joe. Very, very good. James D'Souza, do you think we can 4-1-3-2? You know what? Probably not. Partey's not going to be a defensive midfielder when he plays in this team. He'd be more the box-to-box. And that's really interesting to have the likes of Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, and then throw Thomas Partey into this mix. Yeah, things start to look a lot better already. But we have to go game by game. Next one's Brighton. And this game means nothing unless we get 3 points against Brighton. So we need to remember that. Another super chat from Lloyd. Live in a house full of Chelsea fans being salty, sulking and saying, at least we aren't 14th. I laugh and say it makes it even better. You lost to a 14th place team against youngsters. Listen, can't say no more than that, really, can you? At the end of the day, we turned up today. We were absolutely immense to a man. superb, and I love that. Danny Britton on Twitter has said that Arsenal turned up, and thank you. Abdullah has said that we humbled Chelsea. West Brom. Is it West Brom that we've got in there? Chris Phillips is talking about my hairline. Jesus Christ, have you seen the state of yours? You look like you got a rake on the front of your head. What have you done, man? Don't talk about other people's hairlines, man, when you look like Rob Holding. Fool. Shout out to Don DT. Listen. Oh, mate. John Hanson, DT, where's your Xhaka out banner now? Listen, like I said, man, I can praise players when they play well. Listen, nobody is back Granite Xhaka more than me on AFTV, and they know that. But I'd lost my patience with him, man. Too many times, man. We'd seen the same mistakes, so why not? It's all good. Taste. Victory. Lovely. Yeah. Thought I could taste some tears in here as well. Super chat from Sam Instrumental. So glad that Carefree Lewis is to take this big L. Such an arrogant guy, despite the fact Lampard hasn't beaten a big team this season. And listen, do you know what? I've got a lot of time for Lewis. I don't think he's that bad a guy because I know him personally. But he is one of those guys that can probably wind you up the wrong way. And a lot of people will say the same about me as well. And they're probably watching this video as well. And they're thinking, oh, he's so arrogant and cocky and they're still 14th and all this kind of stuff. But listen, it is what it is. He has confidence. I don't know why, because like you said, Lampard's not done anything for me to suggest why you should have that cockiness about you. Ollie's a better manager than him, you know. And Arsenal's last 2 victories in the Premier League have been against Lampard and Ollie. Makes you think. Super chat from Glenn Apoku from a Chelsea fan. I put my hands up. Fair play. Arsenal were clearly the better side, man for man. Martinelli was simply unplayable. Shout out to you, Glenn, and much respect and appreciation for coming on here and facing the banter. And even more so, stepping forward to actually speak your mind and be honest. So, listen, like I always say, look, not all Chelsea fans are bad. Not all fans of any club around the world are bad. As long as you can be respectful and, you know, have a laugh at the same time, then it's all good. The sports analysis says, you're the only man I respect on AFTV. Up the DT army. Big shout out to you. Aaron Penfold says, I think, I don't want to say his name, man. I think, let me just reword this somehow. I think the leader of the Rats was devastated that Arsenal won. I haven't seen his stream, so I don't even know. I can only predict that before the game, he was probably... Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong here, and someone's watched the stream, but I reckon before the game, he was probably saying that this was the game that would get Arteta the sack. His prediction would be correct. How Chelsea were going to absolutely annihilate us. Their squad would do all these different things to us, etc., etc. And yeah, that didn't happen, did it? A Warwick has said Xhaka done well, but still needs to go because he's not consistent. And again, I agree with what you're saying. That's, you know, one game doesn't make a difference in terms of your thoughts and feelings in that respect. And there's players there that are simply not good enough, and we're going to have to move on if we want to progress and make the steps up, etc. Super chat from Adam Spins. Hey DT, I also have my Arsenal victory mug. I only drink from it when we win. Makes the coffee sweeter. I still don't think Arteta is the man. I don't get all the Willock hate. And listen, this is the thing. You you can be respectful about it. Adam still doesn't think that Arteta's the man. That's absolutely fine. He's come on here. He's been respectful, puts his point across, makes an opinion. That's cool. No worries at all about that. My issue all along has been the people that want to disrespect Mikel Arteta at any given moment. They won't even use his name. They just use all these other different names and phrases and insults and everything else. And listen, whether you want him out or not, yeah, he's still your manager of your football club. All right. And, you know, I had issues with Arsene Wenger, but I always wanted Arsenal to win. I didn't want Arsenal to lose so that Wenger would, you know, gone or anything else. And many a times I've gone on AFTV and I've praised Arsene Wenger for his team selection or something. If the week before I've criticised him because he's got it wrong, you know, and I've never turned around and, you know, referenced him to other people or this, that. Nah, man. Sorry. Not for me, mate. Not for me. Super chat from Tom. Where Xhaka got a red card against Burnley, costing us a good 3 points and being bang average all year doesn't mean him playing very well tonight makes him Vieira. Again, I'm not saying he is, and I totally agree. And he did cost us 3 points against Burnley because I reckon we would have gone on and won that game if he never got sent off. Tommy with 4-3-3, goalkeeper Leno, right back Bellerin, centre back Mari, Gabriel, left back Tierney, centre midfield of Partey, Smith Rowe, and Saka, and then Pepe, Aubameyang, Martinelli. That's definitely looks a lot better when you pull it on paper like that, so to speak. It does look really, really good in that respect. And listen, man, it's a game where we can, you know, look at it in context today and say, listen, let's be happy. Let's have a bit of banter tonight. But the big work starts on Tuesday against Brighton. And we have to go and win that game because this game means nothing unless we can go and beat Brighton. Let's go and get a second victory. Let's go and beat them. And then we can go into the game against West Brom and Newcastle and everything else. And we can start to feel like, yeah, you know what? We're going a few places and we're moving slowly but surely. And it will take the pressure off Mikel as well. And then as we hit the January part, of course, we're going to be seeing whether we're going to get some new players in. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. That's for sure. James D'Souza, I do not think that Mikel Arteta should be sacked, but I do think he needs help. Also, I want to thank you, DT, for keeping me live. My mum's got cancer. Jesus Christ. Listen, James, man, you need anything, just give me a shout, man. And I send my best wishes to your mum. And listen, just tell her, keep fighting. And I'm no doubt that she will pull through the other side. And I send all my best wishes to you and your family, man. Honestly. And I think everybody in the comment section as well. No matter who you support or what your feelings or thoughts are, will have the same feelings for James and his family and wish his mum all the best. Oliver Critchlow, when are you back on the watch-alongs, mate? Not for a little while. Yeah, it's not going to be a little while yet. I won't be there for Tuesday, that's for sure. Pat does fitness. Merry Christmas, bruv. Hope you and the family had a brilliant day. The result is such a good springboard, but the players need to get those results now. Listen, 100% agree. This result means nothing unless you go and follow it up with a victory against Brighton. And it could be the springboard. You can't ask for a better platform than this. You know, we were winning games in the Europa League, for example, and everyone was like, oh, they're farmers. Well, today we're beating a side that, I don't know, maybe you could call them farmers the way they played, but you've got to respect it. And we played well today. Rishikesh has said, include Balogun and Saliba in the team. I agree with that. Can't say anything different, to be quite honest with you. See, do you know what? Now I've seen that name before, and I'm trying to think how you pronounce it. No, it's spelled, and I'm gonna get this totally wrong, yeah. But for Cian Jones, right? Now, is that Kian? I'm not 100% sure, so my apologies if I've got that wrong. But you sent a super chat in, and it says, would you keep Martinelli permanently on the left now and keep Smith Rowe in behind? I believe they could create more chances for Oba. Arteta in 100%. Smith Rowe's more natural to that number 10 role. And if you saw him today, some of the pockets that he was picking up in those areas, we've missed that. Big time we've missed that. And what it did do, it allowed us the overlap on the left-hand side and the double up. And that's why Reece James was in so much trouble. But that was absolutely excellent today from a lot of the boys out there. Some of the other questions that are coming in as well, and people are saying that we finally won. MG says Lampard out. He is the worst Chelsea manager. Clueless. Rowan says Viva Lee Judges. Yeah, Benoit. Yeah. I have noticed that. Intriguing. Yeah. Nathan says, next time I'm at the Emirates for Arsenal v Liverpool, I'll go on AFTV and rip into you. Oh, and that's so cute. I guarantee your balls wouldn't even drop. Let me tell you one thing about going on AFTV, especially outside the Emirates, right? When there's about 500-600 people crowded around trying to watch you and stuff. The amount of people that I've seen have so much energy away from the camera and give it all that. I'm going to go on there and I'm going to say this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to. And then once they stand in front of it, Robbie puts that mic in front of you, the lights on your face, all the crowd are just hovering over you. And it gets like this tight, small, claustrophobic space. I can guarantee your balls will shrivel up right into your stomach and you won't even know what the hell to do. So, Nathan, next time Liverpool are at the Emirates and COVID is not here, I actually would love for you to go on AFTV and try and rip me, because the only thing that would rip is your arsehole. But thanks for the super chat. Tom, your thoughts on Pepe? For me, the subs really changed the game in favour of Chelsea. Willock and Pepe didn't put any pressure like Martinelli or Emil Smith Rowe did. I think that was to try and see out the game as well, that last piece. And I think there was a sense of nervousness there as well from the players, because it meant so much to get that victory. When they got the penalty, I was like, oh my dear God, you got to be kidding me. The tackle by Mari, you could tell that was a tired tackle. And I felt sorry for him, but it was a good performance from him, given that it was his first game. So yeah, I was happy though, but I won't read too much into that. Rishikesh said Arsenal should try and sign Grealish. Listen, you got more chance of me signing Grealish at DTFC than Grealish signing for Arsenal for £100 million. Super chat from Justin. Emil Smith Rowe was class. Do you think he should start? 100%. You're as good as your last game. He was excellent, so he should start against Brighton as far as I'm concerned. Let's go through some more questions quickly. Michael Lynch, great win for Arsenal. Also, your title is wrong. What even is my title? I forgot. Men against boys, or it should have been boys against men, and the boys won. Oh no, the title. Oh no, it wasn't 2. It was 3-1. Why am I even going 2-1? I can't even believe I put 2-1. It was 3-1. See, look. This is what happens when you're not well and you're taking a lot of medication. Yeah, allow me, man. I was just trying to make Chelsea feel better. Kieran Tierney's definitely got captain material about him. Adam Spins, you know I love your channel. It's about mutual respect. I was an Unai guy and wanted Max Allegri. If you're talking about channel, he's about as useful as the white goods themselves. Love from Australia. Shout out to you, Adam, man. Enough love and respect. Jonga82, the Rat King Graham Potter is welcoming Arsenal to his Rat Castle next. Oh, I love that, man. I absolutely love that. That's absolutely superb. Ian S, what's your thoughts on Fabregas as a player? For me, United fan, one of my favourite midfielders, and people forget him when they discuss David Silva. You know what? I'll always have that soft side to Fabregas because I loved him when he was at Arsenal, but at the same time, I'm a bit gutted because I feel that, you know, when he left and the way he left and the way that he got himself out of the club and everything else was just, it wasn't great. And that kind of leaves a bitter taste in your mouth a little bit. But as a player, Cesc Fabregas was absolutely immense, man. Drive Force 1 says DT's laugh must be so annoying to opposition fans. Love it. You know full well the opposition fans absolutely hate it. They hate it. But listen, what are we meant to do, eh? DT's tactical publicity put down the wrong title to get you all to correct him. DT for Arsenal marketing department. Listen. You know how it goes. Come on now. Prabhu, I believe that's pronounced. Apologies if it's not. DT, we love you here in India. Please visit here soon. Listen, I would love to visit anywhere soon. With what's going on in the world, man, it's mad, isn't it? I've no doubt that one day Arsenal will probably end up doing a pre-season tour to somewhere like India, places like that, Pakistan, for example, where I don't, ever think that we've been there before in terms of pre-season tours and stuff. But we've never been to anywhere, in Africa before as well. But obviously now we've got the Visit Rwanda and all that kind of stuff. I do feel that eventually we're going to be, going to places in Africa on pre-season tours like Nigeria, Kenya, etc. And also the same thing as well, like I was saying there, that India and Pakistan and places like that. I feel that in the not too distant future, that will be somewhere that Arsenal tour as well, because the fan base in those countries is absolutely insane. So listen, if Arsenal are touring there, then you can guarantee that I will be there. And it would be nice to just start doing those kind of things again and being normal, and having those nice, simple things that, you take for granted in many respects. Do you know what I mean? You do take a lot of that for granted, traveling and everything. But yeah, I'd definitely like to go to places like India and anywhere in Africa and just explore and do new things. It's a short world that we live in. And if this year's taught us anything, it's to get out there and explore and enjoy yourself. That's for sure. Joey Largy, big up DT, big up yourself. Nikhil, greetings and Merry Christmas from Sydney. Our creativity problems might be 50% solved with Emil Smith-Rowe's performance today. What do you think? Listen, he offers a lot, but he's still a young boy as well. That does need to, take his time. I nearly said take your time with it. Take your time with it. Yeah, I could get away with that one today, can't I? Even though I had nothing to do with it when it was sung last time. James says, DT, what is your favourite team that Arsenal there had also? Who is your favourite player of all time? What is your favourite team that Arsenal there had? I can't work out what you're trying to say with that one. Who is your favourite player of all time? Thierry Henry. That's a very simple one. My oldest boy, Kieran, his middle name's Thierry. Kieran Kyle Thierry, after the great man himself. I love the guy. Thierry Henry signed for Arsenal in 1999. My son was born in 2000. So it shows how very quickly I fell in love with that guy as a player, that I gave my firstborn son his name. Mad. Let's go for a few more of these. I'm going to have to correct that score once I've done this, and it was 3-1. I don't know why I put 2-1. I really don't. Ronnie Norman says, DT, can you say, Stefan, stop crying? So I can send it to him because he is a fan of you and will annoy him as he's a Chelsea fan. By the way, thanks. Stefan, stop crying, you Chelsea mug. Hope that helps you out. Let's go for a couple more of these. But yeah, look, listen, it's been an absolutely brilliant one, isn't it, in that respect. So already called her out. Listen, tried that stuff, done a 10-minute video of me talking about Lampard and how I was in the wrong. How can you do that kind of video on the eve of playing Arsenal? That shows the arrogance of Chelsea fans, that they could be so cocky and so arrogant that they could pull up all of this stuff right on the eve of us playing them without any kind of thought in their mind that this could come back and bite them in the arse. Well, it did. Unlucky. If you can sign one player in January, who and why? You know what? I actually don't think we're going to go for Hossim Mawar. I've got a feeling we're going to go with the lad from Norwich. Premier League experience, proven, knows the English game, settled in this country. And people can say that he's in the Championship now or whatever it might be. Listen, Andy Robertson got relegated to the Championship when Liverpool went and brought him from Hull City. You go and look at the lad from Norwich that Everton have recently just signed and plays at the back for them. Absolutely superb. So you need to look past that, bit. I think that he's somebody that could well be an option for us. And I think the adapting to life in the Premier League will be a lot easier in January and given the circumstances than a Hossim Mawar. And no, not Pookie. Great performance, Rick Astley. I've even just seen that you're using his fucking picture as the display picture, man. Never gonna get you up, never gonna let you down. That's an old school tune, man. Oh, mate, that's a tune. Great performance, and I want the same team on Brighton. Hope you get better, man. James says Arsenal 2004. Oh, all right. Sorry. Cheers, Siri. Arsenal 2004 or Arsenal 1998 best one. Whoa. The 98 team was good, but 2004, it was Invincibles, man. But also, I will raise that as well. And I'll say the Arsenal title winning side of 1991 under George Graham was immense. One league game lost all season. Only 18 goals conceded in the whole entire campaign. That was a team. So how long we've been here? 45 minutes already. It's gone so quick when you're having so much fun. And everything's all well and good. But listen, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to all of you tonight. It's been nice to get a victory. It's nice for me to just interact and do all this while I'm stuck indoors at the moment, not well and everything else. But I don't know when you will see me back on AFTV. It's not going to be on Tuesday, that's for sure. I'm going to be out of that one. I'm still injured, shall we say. So in that respect, yeah, listen, make sure all of you look after yourselves, man. The world we live in, man, it's moving fast, and tell your loved ones that you love them, man, and don't take life too seriously. Sometimes have a bit of a laugh and a joke, and you know, just keep smiling no matter what it is. Even if you're a Chelsea fan tonight and you're hurting and you've been humbled, just remember you're still breathing. And remember, tomorrow when you wake up, you're still breathing. And if your loved ones are still breathing, then that's the most important thing, man. So always remember that. So make sure you do check out with the links in the description for Nerf and everything else. You saw me on AFTV a little while ago with that Nerf. Like, that thing is mad. Like, yeah, that's mad. I like that. Ben Rag, thoughts on Jack, mate, calling you a man-child on the AFTV watch-alongs. Also, big up. Fully agree with most of your opinions. Yeah, listen, anyone's entitled to their opinion, and Jack's no different. He's a very opinionated person. But we did speak yesterday over something to do with a football match, and that is something that we will look to do for charity eventually. And yeah, look, listen, man, there's no ill feeling there. There's no, you know, cross the line words being spoke. He's never met me, so if he has a, you know, an opinion on what I'm like as a person without meeting me, then I suppose I'll accept that in the sense that he goes by what he sees. But, you know, maybe one day we'll meet each other and he might be able to see the other side to me and know that I'm just a very passionate and, you know, Arsenal fan and everything else. So it's one of those, man. But listen, massive thank you to everybody that's been in the chat tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. Everybody that's contributed, everybody that's sent in the questions and everything else. But listen, man, it's a win. We've won. Get yourself subscribing and everything else. Have a great rest of the weekend. If you're in this country, watch Match of the Day tonight because it's going to be good. And yeah, we win 3-1, not 2-1. And I will see you lot soon, man. I'm out of here.
It's Joe Bear here, and this is the Nerf Ultra Challenge.
Me and Eddie have got experience. We used to play this when we was younger.
I'll let the blaster do the tongs.
Joe Bear here, and this is the Nerf Ultra Challenge.
Me and Eddie have got experience. We used to play this when we was younger.
I'll let the blaster do the tongs.
Wow, this guy's performing. Oh, where you going, mate? Where you going? Come on, Eddie. Oh! Right, let's go. All he's got to do is blast through. All right, he's on to the next one.
So odd stuff.
Okay, look at the stance.
I've seen B holding it. He doesn't look too comfortable.
Guys, I've set the standard, so, you know.
I think it'll be tough. This is out my comfort zone.
That was wide.
This guy is just missing us. He's doubting me and Eddie.
Eddie!
Hey!
I've known Eddie for a minute. He said you were going to be rubbish.
Me?
Yeah. My gosh.
Check the VAR. I think we'll all be terrible, but I'll be the best of the terrible.